Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Good night, good evening, good morning, everyone. Whatever time it is you're watching this video. This is my last video for March 7th for the night. And I'm going to try to touch on quick fast for Apple because I've got a lot of questions on Apple. All right, from a lot of, people who have a little bit more money who got, money invested in Apple or technology ETFs, So this is for those people, and let's take a look at Apple ticker symbol AAPL. All right, now Apple, I have a Fibonacci retracement on Apple from the high over here, and this is going back into 2015, really, or even 2014, better yet. All right, so when it broke this high of what was it, 127, it actually was 127, 134. All right, that's what it stayed at 134. All right, the stock came all the way back, took 1 year, okay, almost 2 years to actually come back. As you can see, once the stock came across below the 20-day moving average, it didn't hold it. Then it penetrated this 50-day moving average, which was a violation that told you had to get out the stock. I actually was trading the stock back at that time when once it made the high. I don't think I ever came back in Apple. Actually, I'm wrong. I came out and I think I tried to test it again on earnings. One of these earnings, I remember trying to test it out because it was close to breaking out. I think it was right here. All right, it was close to breaking out. I got in, and at 4, what was it? Right after the bell rung, earnings came out. It took a straight 10% dip. But that's how it is when you're trading and you're trading earnings. All right. I still can't figure earnings out. Sometimes I just have a good feeling about the company, and I'll take that earnings trade. All right, but for the most part, Apple is a stock that I'm trading in and out. All right, I'm watching the futures market on right here just to see when the futures market actually crosses over, to see if we're gonna have a move up, because it's been coming down. It's at 23.63 right now, right? But anyway, back to Apple. All right, as Apple broke below this 50-day moving average, like I said before, the violation was, as you can see, my fib retracement is right here. Even on the fib, it held at 38.2. This is why I took that trade, because normally on the 38.2, going towards this 61.8 retracement, it normally have or gain enough momentum to actually go through it. But at this time it didn't. As you can see, it was going sideways on the 20-day moving average. So once price collapsed down here, it came all the way back down to zero. All right, the fib retracement, remember, is in place from here to here. Okay, so this was back in that April of 2014, and it's in place from April 2014 to about August 24th, 2014. All right, so this is the same levels of resistance and support that I'm playing with. All right. So when you guys ask, trying to figure out where I get my numbers from, this is how I get my numbers most of the time. All right. Because certain stock, these are long-term stocks, so I have to keep these numbers in mind. So at any given time when I'm talking about the stock, so I could reference those numbers. They're instant to my head. So here we go again with after this whole process down on the 200-day moving average. As you can see here, like I said before, it didn't hold it, so it just kept on moving down, moving down, moving down. It tried again here, couldn't penetrate it. So a good level to buy Apple was down here at the 91. So even if you missed the 91 level, because it kept on playing down here, couldn't penetrate past this 108 level on the fib retracement, and then the 50-day moving average was right here. It pulled right back down. On the next way up, the moment it find support on this 20-day moving average, this is where you should have been watching the stock. Now it's sort of to close, going across here. I've done several videos on Apple, but it's sort of to close and go across a little bit sideways, but it went across the 50-day moving average, even though it's going sideways here. As you can see, the stock had a nice little pull up. Then you had to pull back. All right. Now inside of here, this is around the Trump rally right here. All right. I always mention the Trump rally, no matter what's big name stock, big cap stock, mid cap stock, even some of the small cap stock that I'm looking at to show you what happens from the rally. So now, even though the stock was dying out right here, like most stocks was, but after the Trump rally right here, everything got a boost up. So once you saw the rise right here, this is where you should have been a buyer at Apple, around this 108 to around this 118 level, all right? the stock would have paid you back right now because the stock is at 140, and I think it closed today at 139.52, as you can see right here. So you would have got paid, you would have got your money back in Apple. All right, big time. All right, this is a nice little move right here, and you could make a decision right here at this level right here, or you're gonna take some profit, you're gonna sell. Because me, like I said, I always like to wait for the stock to take a pullback when it starts off on the green line, which is the 200-day moving average. This is the best way to take these trades. And when you're looking at Apple, Netflix, these stocks will always pull back into their moving averages. All right, you just got to be patient and wait and have your money waiting. So when they pull into this zone, so you can buy. So this is a weekly chart that we've been looking at. So let me just quickly go into the daily to show you how everything played out in the daily. All right, in the daily, you can see back on the zero line. Slowly, you know what I mean? You have opportunity. These represent one day. Each of these little colorful candles represent one day. So each one of these days, you had a good opportunity to buy Apple anywhere here if you wanted to trade Apple. Because me right here, every time you see it on this 200-day moving average right here, I'm waiting for it to come off. So the 1, 2 candle, after going sideways here, 1 candle close above, 2 candle close above. Now you're a buyer. Now you can just stay and wait. Wait to see if price violate this green line, this 20-day moving average, and it hasn't. So you didn't have to do nothing but sit here, cruise control, while you reap your profit. And you started off around the 118 level, like I said before, on a bigger chart frame, or on a bigger time frame. Better yet, was looking at the charts. So right here, you would have been on cruise control. Okay. So where do I see Apple going once again? I see Apple sitting here, this 134, and if it can't hold, you have one moving average right here at 126. If it can't hold that, it's definitely going to find support somewhere here around the 118 level. All right, but it's going to take a little while before it start collapsing back down, unless you get some bad news. All right, but if you're patient, you can wait for Apple to pull back. Like I said, I like to use a higher time frame, so I'm a little bit more patient. So on my higher time frame, like I said, I can see Apple pulling back into this zone, this 118.35 zone. All right. So this is my personal opinion of what I think Apple is going to do. Ticker symbol AAPL. Those of you guys, you know, who want to trade Apple, who's going to trade Apple, this is what you got to look out for. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to send me the email, the number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. Peace.